Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well, day or night, whenever you tune in and see this. So I am visiting a friend and wanted to do your astrology notes for this upcoming time period. So here we are, right? um, so yeah, we have a couple things to cover. I am going to do the next series of readings for a month time period just because of my schedule lately. So this time we're going to start from January 17th, okay? Even though today's the 19th, and it will go from January 17th till about February 17th, okay? So we'll talk about a couple astrology notes here, and then of course I will do my separate videos for each of the individual zodiac signs, okay? And we'll be starting with Aquarius since of today, right? The 19th is officially Aquarius season, so early happy birthday to all the Aquariuses out there as well. All right, so we're going to get into these astrology notes here that I have for you this time period, okay? So going back just 2 days since today's the 19th, and we're starting at the 17th, just picking up from the last series of readings and the astrology notes of last time. We had the full moon that was in Cancer on January 17th. On January 18th, the following day, we had Uranus going direct, okay? And it is, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, right? So it is now going forward and has a lot of Aquarius themes, right? Talking about, being an individual, innovation, creativity. What else can we say about Uranus? I didn't even think to have like officially written it down, but I know rebel energy, restless energy is a little bit of Uranus direct. Let me see, actually, since I'm looking at my notes. So yeah, ruler of Aquarius, Uranus, it says individuality, technology, rebellion, I already mentioned, innovation, I mentioned, creativity, dynamic change, surprises, and shock value are all some themes that tie in with Uranus and with Aquarius. Okay, so Uranus officially went direct on January 18th, yesterday, depending on when you're watching this and where you are in the world, of course. And then also on January 18th, we had the North Node, okay, which is now in Earth sign Taurus. It left, the North Node left. Sagittarius, I believe, because the South Node was in. Wait, I should know this. I know we were in Sagittarius and Gemini. No, the North Node left Gemini. So sorry about that. It took me a second. So the North Node left Gemini yesterday, and yesterday the North Node went into Earth sign Taurus. So the South Node left Sagittarius, and now the South Node is now in water sign Scorpio. Okay, so we're leaving themes of Gemini, Sagittarius, which are opposite signs on the zodiac. So themes of expansion, travel, religion, politics, that kind of thing, and going more into the passionate side of the Scorpio energy and the Taurus Earth energy. Okay, so what does this mean? It's not just like the general themes of what those two signs represent, but your North Node in particular. I'll have to grab my phone in a second to look up. I have this free astrology app that tells you, but basically the North Node is like your career center, or what your soul path is, its highest level in this part of your chart at this time, and this reincarnation of your life, if you believe in that. Okay, so your North Node is career and your soul path, and your South Node, I believe, is past karmic lessons you've already learned. Okay, but let me grab my phone real quick and look up what the have to say, in case it's a little more detailed than what I was saying as far as the North Node and the South Node. Okay. Let me just pull up the app here and turn this music down a little bit. Okay, so I have this app. It's called Time Passages. I might have mentioned it before. There's so many different ones out there. Okay, so you can put in, I don't know if you'll be able to see with the glare. You can put in your individual birth chart information. This one I do believe has to have your birth time. And then you can hit, this is like what my chart breakdown would be, but you can also, go back. You can, why is it not letting me? Oh, okay. So that would be, oh gosh, you can't even see it because of the glare. This is like my official chart. It looks blank here. It's blank, y'all. I'm dead. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, then it can tell you like your breakdown of your planets, your aspects, all that stuff. And then it also tells you, let me go back to the beginning here. So the current, it says we're in the full moon phase, which we're in, right? Right now, today, January 19th, in this side of the world, the moon is in Leo. It's entering Virgo on January 20th at 9:02 a.m. is what it says. And then, of course, it says current Mercury retrograde is from January 14th, which we already know, or maybe you don't, but it started January 14th or even before with a pre-shadow period, and then goes till about February 3rd of this year that we're in, 2022, okay? But the reason why I was bringing this up was to tell you the official kind of, or their official definition of the North Node and South Node. Why is it not? Hold on, y'all. Where would it be? My chart, my planets. Okay, here we go. So let's see. So my North in Taurus, right? And so since now the North Node is in Taurus, this will mean something different for me since that's my career center and what my soul path is on. But I'll just read kind of like not the part about me, but maybe that explains more about what the North Node means here. So your North Node, come on now. This is talking about all this Taurus stuff. Lunar North Node in Taurus or second house. This placement gives a personality somewhat focused around the issues of money and material possessions. In a previous period or past lifetime, you were concerned about the utilization of other people's resources rather than your own. You may also have gotten involved with occult practices or engaged in deep or even taboo relations with others, factors that past and the residue of which still colors your present life experience. Now, in this lifetime, you must learn to marshal your own good forces and be a resource unto yourself. You are in the process of clarifying your values based on a new feeling of independence, having come through the fires of hell as they were, in order to establish a more stable and lasting sense of self-worth. Okay, so that is like a particular breakdown of like what your North Node in Taurus would mean if you have that particularly in your chart. Now, I do have one of my other friends that also has their North Node in Taurus, and we've talked about it before about how it makes us want to be more independent with our money and our possessions, and having the ability to do that more on your own makes you feel more in your element as far as your North Node if you have your North Node in Taurus. But I thought it was going to say, let me look up the South Node real quick and see if it says. That's so weird because I swear I read it before. Explained exactly what it was. Hold on one second, guys. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right spot. Go back to, no. Sorry guys, one second. Well, I'll just look it up somewhere else because it's not this app is not helping me right now for whatever reason. Sorry, guys. Because yeah, it's still telling me to enter the date, which is not relevant to what the hell we're talking about. But it should have just said the North Node and the South Node breakdown. All right, whatever. Since I'm on my computer, let me just go up here and type something in here real quick. North and South nodes in astrology meaning. Okay, maybe I'll break it down. Okay, let's see. Can I have this up here while... Yes, okay. So this one on Google says nodes or fates of destiny, aka your true north or your true node. It says so shows your life purpose in your birth chart. The north node shows the fundamental visions we came into this life to learn in relation to career, like I mentioned before, perhaps, or your life's journey, life's path. And then it says the south node shows the baggage we bring with us from previous lifetimes. Well, it shows the baggage, but it also, like I mentioned, the way that I learned was that it also shows the lessons or soul lessons you might have learned in previous lifetimes. Okay. So anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's like, wait, we're talking about astrology notes, and then I went on like a tangent here. So anyway, you can always, if you do know your individual birth time and you haven't already gotten a birth chart, you can find out what your north and your south node are in. All right. But anyway, on January 18th, the north node went from being in Gemini to now in Earth sign Taurus. Okay. And then today, right, I said it's official start of Aquarius season. Happy birthday to all the Aquariuses out there. So the sun entered into Aquarius. And then coming up on January 24th, Mars is going to be entering into Earth sign Capricorn. So Mars, real quickly, can talk about on the more shadow side of the Mars energy, anger, frustrations, since it is the god of war, right? But on the positive aspects of Mars energy, which is the ruler of Aries, there's leadership roles, creativity, passion, all those things. But if you're talking about whether it's on the positive or shadow side of Mars energy, it's going to be entering into Earth sign Capricorn, so more stabling Earth energy, right? As even though we're now in Aquarius season, there's still some aspects and planets and different things happening that are still in Capricorn that take longer to get into the other zones of the Aquarius general sun energy, right? But it could be that the with Mars entering into Capricorn later this month on January 4th, that there are some anger, frustrations, fighting type energy going to be equaled out more into the Capricorn energy of stability, of that grounding energy, getting more serious because the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn too. And the same thing with the positive aspect of Mars when we talk about the leadership qualities, the passion, the creativity, could be getting more of that Saturn Capricorn energy there. Okay, but always take it how it resonates for you if it does, right? And you guys can see Hermes in the background. Cleo's over there too. Let's see if you can see Cleo.
Oh, there's Cleo. Yay!
Okay, maybe I'll leave it there so you guys can see them too if you want. Anyway, and then we were talking about January 24th. So then on January 25th, we have a last quarter moon. And then on January 25th as well, the same day, I don't know why I didn't mark that, Mercury Retrograde is going to be entering into Earth sign Capricorn. So there could be, again, more Mercury Retrograde themes of going over issues from the past or things that weren't completed all the way. Mercury Retrograde does get a bad rap, right? A lot of different planets go in retrograde. It's not always bad. It just means that when it's going in that direction, it's going to bring up things from the past, possibly past issues, past healing, right? That maybe wasn't healed all the way. If we're talking about wounds, okay, or wounds, wounds. I can't pronounce that right now for some reason. But it could also be bringing up things that weren't properly done in the past, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be bad stuff, okay? But you can always, if you don't already know or not familiar with what Mercury retrograde generally represents, but it's going to be entering into Earth sign Capricorn, bringing more serious grounding energy with that Saturn energy as well. So it will resonate differently for everybody. Now, going forward on January 29th, we do have Venus is going to be going direct. Okay, so it's been in retrograde for a little bit over a month now. Let me look it up. Actually, I keep going to my phone. I can do it right here. You guys, I should get a desk like this because I feel like my desk at home, the camera's like way far away, and this seems a lot easier for. I know you can't. I have to figure out how to do the cards later when we do the actual readings. But let me see. 2022 Venus retrograde dates. All right. So it looks like no, that can't be right. No, because it's I'm sorry. We started in 2021. I think it was in December that we started. Okay, yeah, sorry about that, guys. So it says Venus went into retrograde on December 19th, okay, and then of 2021, last year, okay, and now it's going Venus direct and on January 29th of this year, 2022, okay. So for matters of love, right, all types of love, romantic, platonic, self-love, and also when we talk about Venus can be matters of certain types of wealth, of big assets, can all go direct now towards the end of the month on January 29th. So that would be a nice green light and will resonate for some people. Okay, and then we're going into the astrology notes for February. So on February 1st, we have a new moon in Aquarius. And then also on February 1st, Juno is going to be entering into Aquarius. So I had it here in my notes and then I dropped it. Juno is an energy or a planet, I'm sorry, that talks about partners, about commitments, about marriage for some. Let me just pull up the official thing I had written about it before, if I can find it here. This is. Where is Juno? I had it here earlier, guys. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Where are you, Juno? Here we go. Partnerships, marriage, commitment. So I said, and then I also wrote down here projects that can be in a more long-term potential. Okay. So when you think of partnerships, marriage, and commitments, right, it doesn't have to just be love stuff. So if we're talking about work partnerships or partnerships with friends or family or creative projects or whatever, there's more of this like long-term potential energy coinciding with, let me go back to where I was, February 2nd. So Juno, those themes of marriage, commitment, partnerships, projects going into a more long-term potential is going to be entering into Aquarius-like energy, which is like that innovation that we were talking about earlier, that rebellious streak, the creativity as well, and oh my gosh, what else? Technology, originality, individuality, innovation, dynamic change, surprises, and shock value. So when you put that together with the partnerships, the marriage, the commitments, the long-term potential, could have some more surprises coming up, more shock value, more dramatic change, okay? And this could be happening around February 1st, but it will be different for everybody. And maybe it won't affect you at all, but it is here in the astrology notes, so I wanted to mention it. Okay, and then on February 3rd, we're officially leaving the first Mercury retrograde of the year, thank God, right? And now Mercury will be direct starting from February 3rd, 2022. All right, so that's another green light. So there could be some 2 green lights so far, looking like towards the end of January and the first couple of days into February. Okay, so that's your second green light if you're waiting for things to be more in direct motion with those 2 planets that were previously in retrograde. Now on February 8th, we have a first quarter moon. And then on February 8th as well, the same day, we also have Ceres is going to be entering into air sign Gemini. So where did I leave my other notes here? Okay, so yeah, Ceres is similar to the Greek goddess Demeter, right? So she represents agriculture, nurturing earth energy, cooking, food. What else did I write down here for her? Gardening, cooking, food, and nutrition. Okay, just to name a few, right? So that's kind of the Ceres planet and the asteroid, I believe, sorry, is going to be entering into air sign Gemini. So Gemini themes around those things we just mentioned. So air sign Gemini would be communications, right? Because Gemini, Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. Hermes, don't even start with me. No, I know we're not in our house right now. Shh, you're all right. You guys, I think on a side note, Hermes is a Cancer, but maybe he's a Gemini too. Maybe he's on the Cancer Gemini cusp because he always seems to say something when I'm talking about Cancer or Gemini, or maybe it's just a coincidence. Anyway, so we were talking about February 8th, Ceres enters into air sign Gemini. So there could be something going on here around this time period for some involving gardening, cooking, food, agriculture, nutrition, and Gemini themes of communications, okay, of technology. What else? Let me just do a really quick, Hermes, please stop. You're all right. Gemini, what do I want? Aspects in astrology. Okay, so let's see. This is more like not what I wanted, but it's talking about the general, what is the word? Stereotype of a Gemini or Gemini energy, right? So being indecisiveness, clever, right? Of course, flexible, impulsive, noisy. Okay, well, yeah, Geminis do talk a lot, but that's communication sign, so that makes sense. What do I want to, maybe if I just put, I don't want the aspects, I want, just put Gemini in astrology. Like, let me just do it that way instead. Transformation. Okay, that's not what I want. Guys, no. Okay, so the twins. No, come here. You want to come here, Hermes? The twins represent dual-natured personality, sometimes contradictory personality. They're the butterflies of the zodiac. Okay, interesting. I did not know that about Gemini. Or maybe they're talking about the constellation. Looks like butterflies, maybe. Okay, this is still not really what I was looking for. What if I type in Ceres in Gemini? Yeah, let's see. Okay, here we go. Hardening the Gemini Ceres energy. So this is just from Google, and it says Ceres offers safety in contact and hearing Series offers safety and contact when in Gemini. Hearing others' experiences helps to develop empathy. Okay, that's true. We are all processing at different speeds. Series in Gemini makes us aware that people are not statistics and their stories mean something. Well, yes. I don't know if I like that. That was just like some random thing here. Okay, so if we think about it when we just, I don't know, it's not helping. I'm just going to get that away. If we think about series with Gemini, right, on February 8th coming up, we think about series would be like demeanor. So it's an earth goddess. They're both earth goddesses, agricultural goddesses. And then pairing it with that Mercury Gemini air energy, it could just be a balancing of more of the earth and air energy and how it relates to you. It will be different for everybody. But I'm going to try to find a link later and put it in the description box below, which I also have all the astrology notes for the whole upcoming year if you want to check more into that. Okay. But it just basically is a list that I'm reading to you is pretty much the same. It doesn't give explanations or breakdowns. It does give exact times for these things happening. And I don't remember if it's for the East Coast or the West Coast of the US, but of course it'll be different depending on where you're watching the world. Anyway, back to our list here so we can get through this. Then we have on February 11th, Jupiter, right, which represents growth and expansion. The ruler of Pisces and Sagittarius, religion, politics, is going to be semi-square to Chiron, the wounded healer, right? And so that is happening on February 11th. Okay, so when we talk about Jupiter energy, everything that Jupiter touches, it expands and grows, and it's like an abundance. Jupiter, it represents abundance energy as well. So when you put it together with the healing aspect of Chiron, the wounded healer, it's like hopefully our healing will be expanded starting around February 11th. Could be felt a little bit before, a little bit after. Again, it'll be different for everybody. But when we're coming up around, people, if they celebrate Valentine's Day, okay, hopefully there is some nice healing there in relation to all types of love, romantic, platonic, self-love, etc. Okay. But I'll also try to find something, some type of nice article that maybe talks more about how that might affect you depending on each of the zodiac signs or something like that. All right, now moving forward on, since we're mentioning Valentine's Day, we have here on February 14th, Pallas, the asteroid, is going to be entering into fire sign Aries. Okay, so when we talk about Pallas, or Athena Pallas as an asteroid, because that's usually how it's referred to, we think of Athena, right, as wisdom, okay, right off the bat. But it's also about, I'm trying to get my notes here too. I had it and then I dropped it. Athena Pallas is about defenses, right? So our defense mechanism. So when you see some depictions of Athena Pallas in like traditional representations of classical art, right? You would see Athena with a shield, okay? So here I wrote down Athena Pallas, the asteroid, talents in the arts, wisdom, defense, right? I was just talking about defense, but it also could be when we talk about, especially with the pandemic still going on, regardless of how you feel about it, right? Our defense systems within our body. So our immune systems, okay? So Athena Pallas can represent our immune systems, not just our physical defenses, right? Or outside defense, however you want to say it. Intuition, justice, okay? Athena Pallas also has, justice themes, Libra energy to it as well, okay? So when we go back to Athena Pallas is going to be entering into fire sign Aries. That's that Mars energy. Since Mars is the ruler of Aries, it could be that we're going to have more wisdom and defense and intuition and justice themes coming together with that Mars energy of on the shadow side of Mars, again, that fighting energy, annoying energy, aggression, right? But then on the more positive aspects of Mars energy, it could be leadership roles, creativity, passion, okay? But when you're putting them together with the Athena Palace energy and the Aries energy, hopefully it will bring even more, talents in the arts showing up for us. Excuse me, on a planetary worldwide place, right? Also, if you think about Mars and bringing justice, right? Hopefully, it's not the harsh aspect of Mars justice, but more a balanced approach. Of being a leader, right? Leadership qualities of Mars, but also bringing a little bit of that hot-headedness and kind of fighting energy, or what we talked about before. So I don't want to go too much into it, but just it is a note here, right? And since that is happening around Valentine's Day, Lord have mercy. Hopefully, for most people, if you even celebrate Valentine's Day, because not everybody does, right? If you look up the Roman version of actual Valentine's Day, it's all about orgies and lots of people dying, actually. So it's pretty gruesome if you look up the history of actual Valentine's Day. But anyway. We just want to talk about the astrology notes here. So on this same day, there's quite a few things happening on February 14th here coming up in the astrology notes. We also on the same day have Pluto trying the North Node, okay? So Pluto energy represents the underworld, represents kind of Pisces energy and a little bit of Scorpio energy as well. Okay. So when it's kind of in that aspect, node is in Taurus, you could have water and earth energy coming together around that time as well. So let me find out where I put some of my other notes here. But I'm just trying to think offhand, like what I would think about with in regards to like Pluto energy. I would say underworld energy. I would say moon energy of talking about illusions, disillusions. Can talk about things not being clear, dreamlike energy. Also, we talk about drugs and alcohol, that kind of stuff. It can have a higher effect during that time if you partake in those things, right? So always, keep it in moderation, right? If you can. And then the last little note here on for February 14th, we have Mercury is now going to be entering into air sign Aquarius, right, on February 14th. So Mercury, communications, technology, all that stuff is going to be leaving Gemini that we talked about earlier. Or not Gemini, I'm sorry, Capricorn. It's going to be leaving Capricorn and now going into Aquarius on February 14th. So themes of communication, technology, more with the Aquarius energy of innovation, which is very complementary if you think about it. And what else? Aquarius themes of shock value, right? If we talk about Uranus energy, dynamic change, surprises. What else did we say? I don't want to have to keep looking back, but I hate to leave stuff out. Where is the Aquarius energy, or Uranus energy we're talking about? Technology, rebellion, innovation, individuality, originality, dynamic change, surprises, and shock value. Okay. So, coming together with the Aquarius energy and the Mercury energy now going direct. So that aspect can be really nice. I feel like the two second aspects or astrology notes for that day for February 14th are actually very complementary. Just the first one can have maybe the good and the bad energy with Athena Palace going into into fire sign Aries. Okay, we're almost done here. Only 2 more astrology notes left. So then on February 16th, we have a full moon in fire sign Leo. Okay. And then on the following day, on February 17th, we have Jupiter sextiling Uranus. Okay. So Jupiter, remember, makes everything that it touches expand and grows. Guys, hush. Shh. We're going to go out in a minute. Shh. So when it is Jupiter sextiling Uranus energy, it is, can be very complementary, okay? Because again, all of those themes of innovation, creativity, rebellion, surprises, shock value, coming together with Jupiter themes of travel, religion, politics, education can have a pretty nice aspect to it there. But again, it will be different for everybody. All right. So anyway, guys, thank you for hanging in there, and hopefully you got something out of these kind of brief astrology notes. But again, if you want to see the full list, all you have to do is click in the description box below, and there's a website there. It's not mine, but it's cool, and that's the one that I use for my astrology notes. So you can always check out the astrology notes for the whole upcoming year, or even past years. Okay, and yes, since it is since it is Aquarius season, is what I was gonna say. We will be starting with Aquarius for the tarot readings for the individual zodiac signs. All right, so that will be in separate videos here, but hopefully you guys again are doing well, and yes, thank you for your views, for your energy, for your sharing with anyone else if you want to, and for your subscriptions, which are all free and do help my channel. If you want to subscribe and you haven't yet, it just basically notifies you when I put out new videos. So you just look for the bell icon. I think it's on this side for you guys, on the bottom right, so my left. You just make sure it's blue and it's active, and it'll notify you when I put out new readings. So anyway, guys, I'm going to take a short break here and hopefully come back with at least Aquarius reading for tonight. And then after that, we'll be going through the zodiac signs in their regular order. So we'll go Aquarius, Aries, and then on downward through the zodiac. All right, so I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.